For a long time now, the Lexus RX has been Lexus's best-selling car and one of the best luxury crossovers you could buy. In fact, the Lexus RX actually started a whole new segment in the auto industry. Here we are with the latest 2024 Lexus RX 500h F-Sport Performance. With all the tough competition out there like the Mercedes GLE and the BMW X5, is this still one of the best in the segment? Let's go ahead and find out. Now let's talk about the pricing and the trim level because this is pretty interesting for the Lexus RX. The RX comes in 11 different trim levels, which is I think the most in any car today. I could be wrong though. You also get 4 different engine options, a traditional gas 4-cylinder turbocharged engine. You also get a slower hybrid that gets 36 miles per gallon. We have a performance hybrid with 366 horsepower, and there's also a plug-in hybrid available. We have the 500h F-Sport Performance, which is the second most expensive RX you can get. This one rings in at $70,165 US. Let's see what kind of features you get for that money. Starting out with the exterior design, you get Lexus's latest version of the spindle grille on every single RX, and you get these functional vents down below. As far as the headlights are concerned, you get these fully LED headlights on this F-Sport trim level. That includes a spear hook daytime running lamp which integrates with the turn signal, and you get these triple beam LED headlamps. Fog lights with cornering lamps are down below. As far as the wheels are concerned, this F-Sport trim level will get you these Mac Gray 21-inch alloy wheels. Also included with the F-Sport trim level are these black brake calipers which you can see through the spokes of the wheels. Moving to the rest of the side profile, you will get this premium look with these painted fenders, and you get these electronic door handles, so all you have to do is pinch it and the door handle itself will not move. As far as the mirrors are concerned, these will be fully loaded with heating, blind spot monitoring, auto dimming, and power folding. You also get the iconic slope of the roof from the RX. Moving on to the back, you will have an all-new look with these partially functional vents down below and this tow hitch right here. As far as the taillights are concerned, these will also be fully LED and they'll have a very interesting design. You get this LED brake light down here, which I'm surprised isn't integrated with the light bar. You get an LED reverse light and an LED turn signal. The wiper is hiding under the spoiler, so when needed it will come down like so, and this is also a good demonstration of the backup camera washer. Now let's take a look at the interior and see what $70,000 gets you on the inside versus the competition. This particular Lexus RX is roughly $70,000, so there is a lot to expect on the inside of this car. Starting with the door panel, you'll find some suede over here with the Mark Levinson speaker. You get leather over here, some more leather on the armrest that feels very soft, and down below you'll find some plastic and a very large door pocket. The F-Sport door sills are illuminated, and you get these very nice 14-way power adjustable leather seats with suede inserts. These are the optional red seats, but you can get all black with red stitching if you prefer that. Also, you have F-Sport in the headrest. Getting inside is pretty easy. And I just want to point out that because you have the electronic door handles on the outside, you don't get normal door handles, so you're just going to push the button right here. Sometimes it can be a little bit finicky, but that is okay. Taking a look at the steering wheel, it is very nicely leather wrapped, and you get these very large pedals. There's also F-Sport branding down here, and the steering wheel itself is heated. Now you also get this little sensor here. It will watch your eyes to make sure that you are watching the road and that you don't get sleepy. The gauge cluster is Lexus's latest design. It can be shared with some Toyotas, and overall it is pretty nice, very easy to use, and it has a little bit of customization. There is a head-up display, and These annoying touch controls are for the head-up display, so that you can see exactly what you're pressing and so that you can customize everything for the gauge cluster. These are kind of annoying to use, like my hands don't really climb up, but if yours does, that's not going to be fun. Materials in this RX feel very expensive. You get this suede that goes all the way over here. You get some leatherettes up here. I'm not sure what this is, maybe faux carbon fiber, but you also get leather all the way over here and more of this high quality looking trim on this door right here and around the cup holders. Storage is also pretty good. You get a little shelf right here, not quite big enough to fit sunglasses. Under here you get a larger cubby and a wireless phone charger, 2 more USB ports, 2 USB-Cs right there. And then you got 2 cup holders. This is very interesting because you can actually push it down for larger drinks. How cool is that? Now to open up the center console, there's a button right here so that the driver can open it, and you'll find a good amount of space with felt lining, but the passenger can also open it. More on that when we get to the passenger side. Your climate controls are integrated with the infotainment system. So at the bottom here, you'll have a separate menu for all your climate controls. You've got things like your heated and ventilated seats, your heated steering wheel, and you have a climate concierge. So basically, it's going to adjust all of the comfort devices automatically by auto, just like it says right there. You also will have buttons for your AC, your fan speed that you can adjust very easily right there, your airflow control, and a couple more features. Also, these knobs, I don't know what it is about them, but they feel very high quality. Now let's move on to the rest of the infotainment system. This is Toyota and Lexus's latest infotainment system in a 14-inch display for this Lexus RX. However, the extra 1.7 inches over the Highlander is integrated with the climate controls. So mostly it is about the same as the Toyota Highlander's 12.3-inch infotainment system, except it just makes a different noise. But that is not bad because the Toyota Highlander has a very good infotainment system. You get wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. You get a Wi-Fi hotspot. It's very easy to use. You get navigation. All your settings are very easy to find. And then you can control a number of different things through here. You can even monitor your all-wheel drive system. So I think this is a really good infotainment system. And there is one upgrade over the Highlander if this isn't enough. You get a 21 speaker Mark Levinson sound system. This is an absolutely amazing sound system. Obviously I can't play anything because of copyright. And this is something that you can get optioned onto this RX, and I highly recommend it. When you put the car in reverse, it is pretty easy to do with this shifter. There is a rear cross traffic system, which is pretty good. It does its job very well. And you get a very high resolution 360-degree backup camera. This is available on the Toyota Highlander Platinum, which is the sibling to this car. It is slightly different, but as you can see, that's not a bad thing because this is a very good camera system. When you're in drive, then you'll see the front camera, and you have a couple different settings through here. And the cool thing is that, let's just push that. If you're moving forward a little bit, then you can see that you can see under the car. That is pretty cool. So as you can see, the parking sensors are doing its job. They're making a little bit of noise. When I get close enough, it will slam on the brakes for me. Let's just put that in park for now. And taking a look up top, you'll find a digital rear view mirror. You also get a normal rear view mirror. And you get a very large panoramic sunroof. Now let's move on to the passenger side and see what your front passenger is going to get. The door panel will be basically the same with some suede at the top, a lot of leather, and a lot of storage down below. You also get floor mats with RX branding if you choose that option. The seats are going to be made of the same material, so you get perforated leather, suede, F-Sport branding in the headrest, and 14 ways of power adjusting. Inside the cabin, you get the suede with red stitching, this interesting trim, and some leatherette across the dash. Inside the glove box, there is a pretty good amount of space, and you get felt lining so that nothing is going to get scratched. The other thing is the center console. This is super convenient because you can open it from either the driver or the passenger side, making it really easy to get whatever you want from both sides. Now let's move on to the back seats and see what it's like back here. Starting off with the door panel, this part is basically the same as the front. You don't get sunshades, however, like you can option on in the X5 and GLE. You get a Mark Levinson speaker, you get suede with red stitching, and a good amount of storage down below. Now, a really nice thing is that you can actually power unlock and lock the back doors from here. That is super convenient. The seats are going to be made of the same red leather and suede, and these are also power reclining, heating, and ventilating. Up top, the panoramic sunroof lets in plenty of light. And in the center, you get a third zone of climate control, USB-C ports, and controls for your heated and cooled seats. Also, you get that is something you do not get in the competition.
Overall,
on the back of the seat backs, you do get a pretty tight seat back pocket.
After this, I'm just asking for things.
Now let's talk about the cargo area because this is also pretty important. To open the trunk, the hands-free tailgate works very well. You just kick to the right of the tow hitch. Behind the second row, you're not going to get a lot of space. You're going to get 29.6 cubic feet of cargo room, which is falling behind the competition by quite a bit. The previous owner of this car put in this lining for the cargo area. I think it looks pretty cool, but for some people it can be a little bit much. Also, this car does come with a cargo net. To fold down the seats, there are some controls over to the left side. I mentioned that these seats are power reclining, so that means you can power fold the seats if you want to. With that, you'll get about 46 cubic feet, which is honestly kind of disappointing for the segment. Now let's talk about the powertrain because this is a pretty big difference for the new Lexus RX. This is a 2.4-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine paired with 2 electric motors from the front and a third one for the rear. This makes 366 horsepower combined and 406 pound-feet of torque. All of that is mated to a 6-speed automatic transmission, and the fuel economy is not the best, but it's not bad either. 27 in the city, 26 on the highway, and 27 combined. Yes, the city is better than the highway because you can better take advantage of the electric motors provided in the RX. This is a welcome upgrade for the Lexus RX. However, the competition like the BMW X5 and the Mercedes GLE have base model engines that are about the same as this. Lexus does not have a high-performance version of the RX to go against the GLE 63 AMG or the X5M competition. Now let's talk about the competition because this is kind of an important area. The RX started this segment in late 1997, and after that, a lot of other brands wanted to make their own version of the RX. Here are some of the competitors. The Cadillac XT5, Lincoln Nautilus, BMW X5, Mercedes GLE, and Genesis GV70 are all pretty close competitors to this Lexus RX. The X5 is kind of the class leader in this area because you get a lot of space in that, and you also have a lot of nice options that you can fill the car up with. Of course, the RX is not going to be beaten in reliability, and you get some pretty good value for the money. Which one would you choose? This RX measures in at 193 inches long and 76 inches wide. Well, that is going to wrap up today's video on this 2024 Lexus RX 500h F-Sport Performance. This RX is truly an amazing option for you to buy in 2024. And if you don't want all of these over-the-top features from the X5 and GLE, I think this is a solid choice. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and be sure to check out my other videos on this Lexus RX. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.